Okay, this is a example of a game versus a 5th grade student who's very talented with mathematical computation. He seems to actually be faster than me, which is a good thing. So typically the first person or the dealer is going to split the deck in half after the deck is shuffled. And so you take that deck and I'll take mine, and we're going to lay out our 5 cards. Doesn't matter what direction you lay it out or how you lay it out. It's not about that. It's just about the calculations. Okay, let's try to lay them out a little bit closer this way so that we have a better view of everything. Okay, so when you see this, you're looking at a jack, a 5, a king, and a 5, but all face cards are worth 10. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get the sum. After you get the sum, you subtract. Then you get a difference. You subtract this card from the sum. After you get your difference, you take the difference and multiply it, and you get a product. When you get that product, you divide it by the last card. So my first card is actually worth 10, so I would say 10 plus 5 is 15, minus 10 is 5, times 10 equals 50, divided by 5 is 10, so my value is 10. Now what's your calculation going from left to right? Addition, then subtraction, then multiplication, then division. What would you call it? What's your value?
I would say, let's see, 14, 12, 84 divided by 10, 8.4.
84 divided by 10 is 8.4, so I have a greater value and he didn't make any mistakes, so I get all the cards. Now if he made a mistake, it wouldn't matter what his value was, I'd still be able to take his cards. So you have to pay me 20 cards. You get to decide how much the ante is, or the bet is, each time. So if you're using 2 decks of cards, 20 cards is actually a pretty good deal. So I'm going to take those 20 cards and just put it to the side now. So later on, if I lose, I could just give him that stack of 20. Okay, so I'm going to put my stack of 10 there. Later on I could add 10 to it, and then it'll be a stack of 20, because that's how I usually play. But the penalty or the reward could be any number that is decided upon. So I'm going to take my 5 cards and lay them out. You can shuffle the cards in between. It doesn't really matter. Depends on if you want better luck or whatnot. Okay, so it doesn't matter who goes first, or you can just go ahead and calculate on your own. It really doesn't matter how that plays out. So I'm going to say I have that ace is worth 1, so 1 plus 7 is 8. And this is funny, because sometimes you'll end up with a 7 here and a 7 here. You know when you subtract, that's going to cancel each other out or nullify each other and turn that into a 0. You could pretty much just skip to 1 times 8. Okay, but right now I'll just play it through anyway and say 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 minus 7 is 1. 1 times 8 is 8. 8 divided by 3 gets kind of complicated, doesn't it? So if I was to say 8 divided by 3, I'm going to end up with 6, and no, yeah, 8 divided by 3 is 2 and 1. 8 divided by 3 is 2 2/3. Now, hopefully I got that right. I could have stated it as 2 2/3 or 2.6 bar, or 2 6 with a line over it for a continuing 6 as a decimal form.
And I got 3.3.
How did you calculate that 3.3?
Okay, so 8 plus 5 equals 13. 13 minus 2 equals 11. 11 times 3 equals 33. And 33 divided by 10 equals 3.3. Okay,
so I had a lower value than you did, right? Because mine was 2 2/3. And so his is a greater value. He gets the cards this time, and I have to pay him his bounty. I wouldn't mix them up if I was you. It's easier to count later on. Okay, 3rd round. Okay, so king, plus 9 is 19. 19 minus 10 is 9. 9 times 6 is 54. 54 divided by 7 is really, really tough for me. I always get the weird ones. 54 divided by 7, well, 7 times 7 is 49. So if I say 49 divided by, or 54 minus the 49 is going to give me a 5/7. I think it's the tail end of that. So it's 54 divided by 7 is 7 and 5/7. Hopefully I'm right. Am I right? Okay, he's agreeing that that's about right. Okay, what do you think yours is?
So 1 plus 1 equals 2, and then 2 minus 6 is negative 4. Negative 4 times 4 equals negative 16. And negative 16 divided by 6 is, see.
It's just 16 divided by 6, right? But then you just have to put 2 and something. You could go fractional form. Let me see if I can help. Who gets it faster? Negative 16 divided by 6. It's 2 and 4, 6.
2 and 2/3?
Well, 4/6 is 2/3. Yeah, if you reduce it. You don't have to simplify it. Is that right? Okay. So play would continue like that. So yeah, negative numbers can't, but that's negative 2/3. I win that hand, right?
Yeah.
So far it's going pretty back and forth. But that's 10. So now I got 20 and 20. I'm actually in the advantage right now. Alright, let's go one more. Or you want to just stop it there? Let's call that a practice round. What I could say is that play continues until somebody defeats the other person by taking more of the cards. And so this is a form of war.